Creepy hand alert. Let's review. Talk to me. Good evening, it's Adam here again with another quick instant movie review for you. So tonight I caught the brand new Australian horror film called Talk to Me. This is from first-time feature filmmakers Danny and Michael Philippou. Now this tells the story largely of Mia, played by Sophie Wilde. She is a young lady who has suffered some very recent tragedies in her own life, with a very mysterious death of her mother in very odd circumstances that has led to her being slightly estranged from her father. She prefers to spend time at her friend's place, Jade, played by Alexandra Jensen, I should say, and her brother, as well as her mum, Sue, played by Miranda Otto. Now, when they start finding all these viral videos of their friends where their friends are all becoming possessed, seemingly possessed by holding on to this weird embalmed hand, they think it'd be kind of cool to give it a red hot go and see what the fuss is all about. So in doing so, however, it all is a bit fun and games until someone nearly loses an eye. Literally. As I mentioned, this is from first-time feature filmmakers Danny and Michael Philippou. Now, they have been very well documented as being some extremely talented individuals from Adelaide in South Australia, and they rose to fame with their Raka Raka web series that they did. They became very popular YouTubers, and they've got this script which Danny really put together after watching a little short film that was more of a sort of a satire, fun sort of thing. What happens if a demonic possession happened to come into a rave party and just people being possessed whilst hitting some pretty serious booze and other bits and pieces. And it was a bit lighter, and Danny and a fellow writer put a bit more of a stank on it, a bit more of a horror stank, and came up with this film. Look, the direction in this is nothing short of fantastic. There is some really inspired scenes in here, and the moments where people get possessed are done very well. There's actually a really cool, what could have just been a normal house party scene with lots of drugs and alcohol, but instead with a possession moments, is really fun. It's actually quite light and hilarious. And then things definitely take a turn for the worse. A lot of thanks have to be given to the production team around this. Yeah, the musical score in this is really good. Aaron Miklinski, who was the DOP on this, who most recently shot the Russell Crowe series Poker Face, is really solid. There's some really cool inspired shots in this, and very good use of lighting and color as well. Blues contrasted with some serious contrast of the yellow which Mia, the lead character, wears throughout the movie, is really interesting to have that juxtaposition. And yeah, some shallow focus, there's some really wide focus, it's just very well shot, and a big ups to the cast, and that really is where this film could really fall apart. You know, you've got first-time filmmakers, you've got a really pretty experienced crew who've done a lot of music video and so on and so forth, but it's really down to the talent on the screen to bring it all together, and not one cast member in here falters at all. They are extremely competent, and I believed in their characters 100%. This is a film that lives up to its hype, because it is unsettling. And I honestly got so scared at the end of the night that I lost my car key, and I didn't want to go back into the cinema to go and find it. Thank God I found it in my jacket. That's all I have to say. So it's so wonderful that A24 has partnered to help pick this film up, as well as Causeway Films, and to give some of these great original stories a go. And this is so good. As I said, the directors could have gone in many different directions with this. They had many studios knocking down the doors, but they wanted to take a lot of the creative control away from the directors. And thank God they decided to go with Causeway Films, that gave them a little bit more levity, a bit more control over what they were doing to keep the original source together, and for them to choose this very unique cast of people that weren't all, there wasn't any known people in this potentially, except for Miranda Otto, but not big headliners. And the film is all the more better for it, because you're not invested in the actor, you're invested in the characters, and now we're going to go on a journey with these people. I just hope this film gets a sequel. In some respects, I hope it doesn't, because it's such a great self-contained piece, but it definitely lends itself to much more lore. This ceramic or embalmed hand has lots of different things written on it from many different cultures and languages. So, oh God, this is going to get very exciting, I think. I'm really interested to see what this twin brother directing duo come up with next. I believe they might be attached to a Street Fighter movie, which is quite interesting. And Danny also has another film called Bring Her Back, which is another horror film which might be coming on through as well soon. And who knows, maybe there'll be a sequel or a prequel to Talk to Me, which was what this film was tonight. Look, I love this movie. I really, really loved it. If you're a horror fan, you will very much enjoy it. I would give Talk to Me a 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely worth seeing up on the big screen with a whole lot of people that you can jump out of your seat with. Definitely go and catch this one. All right, I'm once again going to have a look in the back seat to make sure there isn't some embalmed hand waiting for me to take a bit of a hand in. There'll be no handshakes at all from now on. I'm not shaking anyone's hand, just in case. Sorry, but that's it. All right. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.